Hey guys, so the Yankees made some moves to the Major League roster today. We'll get into that in a little bit. I also want to talk about a pretty friggin' shocking statistic that you would not have even thought about prior to the season. You wouldn't have even guessed. I highly doubt that someone said, hey, this is going to happen. If you did and you put money on it, you'd be a rich man today. But before we get into any of that, if you guys enjoy the video and you love Yankee content, do me a favor, leave a subscribe, hit that like button, and comment down below. Listen, we're approaching 4K, and it means the world if you would subscribe. If you like Yankee content, you like this type of content, it would just mean the world to me if you did that. And also, if you're a continued supporter, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. It means the freaking world to me. So listen, Yankees made some moves. Let's talk about Clark Schmidt being optioned down. Listen, Clark Schmidt has options, and that's what the Yankees did. They optioned down a guy, I believe, who's pitched 2 days in a row. And so you're not going to use him anytime soon. And he's got options. So it could open up for somebody like an Albert Abreu. Now, a lot of people are saying that it is for Abreu. I haven't seen that from the Yankees Twitter account. I haven't seen that on the Yankees roster page. It still says that Abreu's in the minor leagues. But this could have been for Abreu. And if it is for Albert Abreu, listen, it is what it is at this point. It's a fresh arm. It's a new arm. Matt Blake, hopefully he could tanker and he could help Abreu out. That's what the hope is. Abreu has a lot of command issues. He walks a lot of hitters. That's what he does. And he's got decent stuff. So if he could try and figure this out, figure Abreu out. He's not as bad as everybody thinks he is. Listen, it looks super bad when Texas cuts him and Kansas City cuts him. But his ERA was pretty good on Texas, and it was in the low 4s on KC, and it was in the low 3s in Texas. It's just his command was a problem for both teams. But let's see if Matt Blake could potentially fix Abreu. Like I said, he's got good stuff. He's not bad. So let's see if Abreu could once again find a home with the Yankees. Hopefully he does. So we got that going. We also signed Ryan Weber back to the Yankees, obviously, because we're the Yankees. We signed Ryan Weber, and he pitched, I believe he pitched, almost 4 innings that one game, and he had 1 run. Weber is a lot different from any other pitcher that the Yankees have. He's not a flamethrower. He's a pitcher. But I kind of like watching him. His windup is nice and easy. It's just, it's easy on the eyes for me, and I kind of like the kid. So I hope we see him on the Major League roster. He will be assigned to Scranton, like Clark Schmidt. So Schmitty and Weber are both in Scranton. And then you got Abreu potentially on the Major League roster. It hasn't happened. I don't believe it's happened yet. But that's the rumblings that I'm seeing on Twitter. That's what I'm hearing about. So I also really quick want to talk about a Yankee that's absolutely just putting up numbers at an insane clip, and it's freaking nuts. In his last 27 games now, the kid's almost hitting 370. He's got 6 home runs. Guys, 370. Jose Trevino, 370. He's the best in that span. I haven't looked up the catchers, but he must be the best catcher in Major League Baseball in that span, offensively, and maybe even defensively. The kid's great. He's honestly a great catcher. If you were to tell me that we were going to get that kind of production from catcher, I would say, wow, Gary Sanchez really picked it up. No, it's not Gary. He can't hit for average. So, who is it? If you were to tell me in the offseason that this was going to happen at the catcher position, then who is it? Jose Trevino. That schlep on Texas with 230 last year. That 230 for that position isn't that bad. I believe he played, 90 games, I think. So Trevino isn't an awful hitter, but this guy in the last 27 games is hitting at an insane clip. It's insane. 370. That's not just great for catchers. It's great for everybody. That's batting title worthy. His overall batting average, I believe, was almost 290. That's how bad he was in the beginning of the season. But almost 370? 6 home runs? Are you kidding? That's freaking great. He earned a spot. He earned to be the Yankees starting catcher. 110%. And if you guys are still clamoring for a catcher because you think this is a flash in a pan, listen, in his last 27 games, guys, that's a pretty large sample size. almost a 370 average, 6 home runs. And he comes up with timely hits. That's the most important thing, timely hits. He's very good, and I think he has a home on this team, at least for the rest of the season. Now, if he has an awful July, which I don't see that happening, but if he does, maybe you look into it because he really hasn't had that great of a history offensively. But, listen, if he's continuing to hit, you're not going to replace him. I don't care if the Cubs offer Contreras for a bag of baseballs. You're not replacing Trevino at all. You're just not. He's hitting too good, and he's too good defensively. So, guys, listen, that about wraps us up here. I thank you all for watching. If you love Yankee content, consider leaving a subscribe. Hit that like button as well. Comment down below on what you guys think. Clark Schmidt, option down to AAA. Abreu potentially being called up. Ryan Weber, once again, a part of the Yankee organization. He's down in Scranton, along with Clark Schmidt. And then Trevino just having an insane season. Absolutely insane. So, guys, I thank you all for watching. This is Joan until next time. Signing out.